Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach and welcome to my press conference. A disappointing week at Shorty headquarters. Not what I wanted. We're not talking classic, but we're talking draft. But classic off the top, 2,424. That was quite good actually. Minor rise in the rankings. To be sitting basically 2,000th. I'm really pleased with at the moment. With a few rounds to go, I think breaking into the top 1,000 isn't impossible. I know it's tough to climb ranks at the moment, but there will be people who really struggle in this last month. Some people will have no trades left, and hopefully, if I can get a little bit lucky, because there will be outs, perhaps I can move up in the top 1,000. And look, I thought I just had an average week, to be honest. Cripps as captain really boosted me up. I think he was a somewhat unique captaincy choice. A lot would have gone Grundy VC. And I think Cripps' not amazing form had perhaps put a few people off him as a Cripps as a captain's option. And I think a few would have gone other ways. But the back line was so-so. You know, Hearn was out and Answorth came in and was my top defender, equal top defender. So that's a stroke of luck. Hopefully Hearn is back. Williams got a bit of the ball but didn't, dominate. Lloyd was solid but down on his usual. And Stewart's just in a bit of a lull, not quite getting the quantity. And Sicily was solid. The midfield was similar. There were big numbers with McRae and Cripps, and Oliver was really good, Neil really good. But, Merritt just didn't quite get into the game. Fife clearly is hampered a little bit, played a bit forward. And Crouch just hasn't been the selection I'd hoped. He's slumped like many other Adelaide players. Sloane was okay, but Crouch, I thought he was a great selection at the start of the year and was going reasonably well. But his last month or so, he just doesn't have a ceiling at the moment. So he's the sort of guy who needs 35 touches. And when his touches are down, well, you're not going to get anywhere near 100. But the ruck department continues to dominate, going really good. And the forwards were really impressive aside from Billings. This was the sort of Billings stuff I was a little worried about. Walters was who I wanted back in the day. Billings has been great for me so far, but this was a poor effort from him. Heaney, good. Kelly, good. Boak, really good. Dunkley slightly down, but I think we can forgive him. He's been really good. And a few would have gone Dangerfield as a captain, and he didn't quite pan out. But, look, going really well. I've still got 2 trades left. Hopefully Hearn comes back. I reckon he'll be touch and go, but fingers crossed. And otherwise, I'll just be sitting tight, I think. I don't reckon I'd be making any trades at the minute, but unless I have to. But look, the disappointing element was draft. A bit of a hollow feeling, really. I was really keen to win that, obviously. I touched on it in my weekend preview. I've touched on it a few times. Picked a really good side at the start of the season, was really confident with how I drafted. You cop a few injuries throughout and along the way. Won through to the preliminary final. It was just beaten. I scored okay. I scored about 1860, which is a decent draft score. It was beaten by a score of about 1950, I think. And look, Smith's been on top of the ladder. He deserves to be in the grand final. And I couldn't have done much more. I just didn't have enough blokes scoring big enough. Really consistent team. I had a lot of players score between 80 and 110. But just lacked that 110 plus guy. So not too many weaknesses, just no out-and-out strengths. And Smith had Ross, Yo, maybe a couple others that just took it away from me in the end. So, to be honest, I was pretty disappointed. I don't really care too much about my SuperCoach Classic Leagues. I'm all about the overall. But draft, I definitely care about. And, to be honest, I was, really disappointed. But you know, if Schmiffer or Dan are watching this, good luck for the grand final. And yeah, it's certainly been a good season. And yeah, it's hopefully I can break into the top 1,000 in Classic. Sort of it's been a really good season Classic wise. I mean, when I've been doing this channel, I haven't had great seasons. This has been a really good season and sort of backed up what I've sort of spoken about pre-season, which is good. But at the moment, I can't feel but quite hollow about SuperCoach just because missing out on the draft win is, weighing heavy, but beaten by a better team that was on top of the ladder all year. So you can't sort of say that you deserved any more than that. But anyway, I hope you had a good week, and I hope you have a good next month as well. But I'll be back to preview the weekend. There isn't too much to talk about unless there's movement on the teams. But we'll see how we go. Fingers crossed there's no carnage. So all the best, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.